Hey guys, welcome back to the Autohound, and today we have this 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland, courtesy of Herb Chambers, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat of Danvers. They're right here on 114 in Danvers. You can see this is the Overland version of the Grand Cherokee 4xE. The E means electric. So this is a hybrid vehicle. However, it's not just a hybrid vehicle. It's a beautiful hybrid vehicle. It's got the Macintosh sound system. It has some really great Easter eggs on the inside, which you're absolutely going to love. But let's get under the hood of this thing and see what's going on, shall we? Opening up the hood of this thing, straightforward. Here you have your 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbo with the hybrid engine. You can see the hybrid connect right there. God forbid anything were to happen, you could just have the fire department clip that if need be. So coming around to the back of the vehicle, take out your little key here and you press it twice. And it opens right up. And look at the massive cabin area that you have back here. You have a little hold to set, so that means if you get a really high garage, you could actually make sure that that is being held there at a certain height. Over here you have your little inverter so that you could power things on the side of the car. In addition to that, look how big this is, and it's a 60-40 split fold down rear seat. To put it down, double click and it goes right down. Getting into the back seat of the car, first of all, look how roomy this is. This is massive. Get in. Now, hybrid vehicles, they're not supposed to be this comfortable. This is really nice. Down here you have your temperature controls for the people in the back seat. In addition to that, you got a couple of USB chargers down here, and you could change the direction of the vents. Got a couple little cages in the back, and you got a full panoramic roof, but this piece right here actually comes back or it tilts up, so you can give yourself enough air. Right in between, you have your cup holders. And again, this folds down for extra storage if needed. Getting out of the car, you'll notice that right here, you have also a little vent along with the one on the other side. And also, if you want shades, these come right up. And they clip right in. So you get window shades. I love that. That's a nice little Easter egg. Getting into the front seat of the car, you have your standard door controls, the memory seats, and the heated seats, it looks like. Down here you have 14-way adjustable seats, and you have the deviated stitching. It says Overland right here. And this is the 4xE passenger compartment. In some of the 4xEs, Grand Cherokees, you actually do have a screen right here. This one is not equipped with that. However, it's the Overland, it's right in the middle. It's a really nice model, I will tell you that much. Over here you have your areas of storage that you could just hide away. This underneath here is your wireless charger for your phone, along with a couple of USB chargers, along with a 12-volt charger as well. Push right here, your cup holders, pull up on this. You have a small little compartment, put that up, and now you have a much bigger compartment. Coming over here to the door, we have the door controls for your windows and your locks, the child rear lock, and your mirrors, along with the adjustable seats and a heated seat right there. Again, 14-way adjustable seat with the deviated stitching. I want to go over a couple of things here, which I think are really important. Number one, here's your hood, your emergency brake. Right over here, here's your hybrid motor, your electric motor, and your e-save motor. So this is for hybrid, so it will go between electric and gas. This is 100% electric, and then e-save. If you press the e-save, that means it's saving the electricity for later. So that's your all-gas model. And then, of course, that opens up your gas door. Here's your lights right here, and you have your telescoping steering wheel right there. Getting in the car. Right over here, you have your start button. All you gotta do is press the start button, and it starts it right up. 4xE. Now, a few things you want to note on here, and like I said, there's some cool Easter eggs on here, and I think that's pretty kind of cool. So it says vehicle is ready to drive. If you press this button right here on the steering wheel, this will bring you to a menu, and you can change your screen. of whatever you want to put on there. So if you want your radio station, the speed limit, what range you have, and if you want to go up and down, you could go up and down and see what your charging power is, hybrid, etc. So you can put all that stuff there. In addition to that, you could also change your...
You could change to the water pressures, the oil temperature, and also the fluid along with the tire pressure monitoring system.
Come back and you have this cool screen right here, and you can go through also all of that. It has night vision. Look at that. That's so cool. So there's a car parked in front of me, and you can see the little white areas that shows how hot the vehicle is. So it has night vision. How cool is night vision, guys? I love that. Haven't been in a car with night vision before, so I like it. Really like it a lot. It has the shifters right here, up and down. And in the back of the shifters, there's two little buttons right underneath it. You can't see them, but that's for your radio volume up or down. Over here, you have your adaptive cruise control and your regular cruise control. You could set it and forget it, or you could just kind of go with the traffic as you'd like. It really depends on how you drive. Again, you can go back and forth and up and down on the steering wheel, which I really like that feature. In addition to that, over here, look at this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's your rear view mirror. It's an actual camera. So if you've got stuff in the back seat of the car back there, that's your actual rear view. So that is a tree right behind me. And then you have your regular mirror. So I love that feature. That's really cool. And no matter where you point it, it's going to stay pointed directly to the back of the car. So nice little Easter egg there. Love it, love it, love it. You can change the sunroof right here. You can make it slide back and forth along with the actual slider, which is in the back. You have your emergency modes both up here. We won't press those, of course, because we're not in an emergency situation. Turning on your infotainment system. This has a lot of features in it, so we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive. So number one, you have your Apple CarPlay. Switch this. Add any widgets that you want to add in. You could turn on any alarms that you might have in the car. Any notifications. You could have each individual profile set up. So let's say I listen to 98.5 The Sports Hub and my wife listens to something else. You could select who's driving the car, and then that will select it for you. It will also select your seat mode as well, and you could have a valet mode right here. Furthermore, you could go into your vehicle settings. Has a mirror dimmer, so if somebody's behind you and they don't like you and they're flashing their mirrors, well, that's their tough luck because you could just dim it out. You have a surround camera, which of course goes all the way around the vehicle. In addition to that, if you hit the off-road features, now you can hit launch off-road pages, and this will tell you all of the things about the car, the pitch and roll, to select your terrain, the suspension, your cameras, the vehicle dynamics. This will show you if you have a locked or unlocked differential, any accessories or gauges. Again, this is all of your electrical information on the car, all of your oil temperatures, your coolant temperatures. So those are all the gauges right there. I love the pitch and roll. I think that's one of the cool features of this car. And then down here, you could raise and lower your suspension. You could do it from here, or you could do it right from here and just push this down twice, and it will go all the way down, or push it all the way up and it will go all the way up in case you're going off-roading. Going back to the vehicle, you're going to hit e-hybrid mode. So this is your hybrid mode. This shows you all of your power flow. Currently, the engine is at 0 kilowatt hours, 2 kilowatt battery. Your driving history, this will tell you if you're on battery versus engine. So the battery is the first line and the engine is the second line. So it tells you how much battery you're using. So you could really kind of learn how you drive and try to get the best gas mileage that you can. You could schedule your car. A lot of cars over the wintertime, as we've mentioned before, have bricked over the winter because of the cold weather. You could schedule that not to happen just by hitting climate schedule. This is where you preheat your car. So if you know you're leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 5:45 you should be preheating your car so it doesn't brick. All of the energy in the car, from the air conditioning, the heater, everything comes from that battery that's in the back of the car. So if you haven't done anything, your car is going to be a brick, and then you got to hit this little button right here with the pen. This is your tow button. Basically puts the car into neutral, and then you have to have it towed. So don't do that. You have your e-save, battery save, battery charge. You always want it on battery charge in this car. In your charge settings, this tells you right now we have a 4% battery. So at 4%, I'm not going to run the car a whole heck of a lot in the hybrid mode. Up here, this is your hybrid, so drive with that on. Here's your lane keep assist, your traction control, and this is your parking control. So if you're getting too close to something, that's going to warn you. You could always shut that off, watch the dashboard, and it's going to say, oh, parking sense is off. So if you don't want that nanny, just make sure you just leave that off. So if it's on red, that means it is going to be off. So that is off, that is off, and that is off. So I've shut these two off. I'll leave traction control on. So those are the two things I just shut off automatically pretty much in any car I get. This down here is your climate control section. You could raise this and lower your temperature. You can see right up here, it went up and down, and your fan speed goes up and down. You could also press it right here. In addition to that, you're going to be able to have your automatic mode in where the air comes out of the vents up top and on the sides. So down here you can see rock, sand, snow, auto, and sport. If you leave it in auto, it's going to select what the tires are doing. So if the tires are slipping, it's going to select the best one for you, or you could select on your own. Over here you could raise and lower the height of the vehicle. This is your downhill assist, so if you're on a really steep grade, you want to make sure that you hit that button. And over here you have your all-wheel drive low. That is the only time you need to shift this car into park, when you are shifting into this particular mode, all-wheel drive low. Anything else you could switch on the fly. Also, another neat little Easter egg in this car, it tells you how much the gas is per gallon. $3.45 for regular gas. I kind of like that. Again, you have your charger over here. Close this, and you have this right here. And close everything up. It looks really nice and neat. Obviously, you know how the steering wheel works with the flappy paddle shifters. You know that you have your directionals over here, your wipers over here, and your cruise control is on right here. So I just drove this car over here a few minutes ago, and I can tell you the regenerative braking is very strong in this car. So when you do have it on, it's going to definitely slow you down. It doesn't mean it's going to bring you to a complete halt, but it is going to slow you down significantly. So be prepared for that. It's not jarring at all. However, the other thing you're going to notice is the instant torque. It does pull with the electric motor quite nicely. And the recharging or regenerative mode, excuse me, is really, really nice. So as we get up on the highway, we talk about how important the car is as far as hybrid model. When hybrid models came out, they weren't always the greatest. This one seems to have its stuff all nice and buttoned up. And part of it is because Jeep did their due diligence. They said, look, we're not just going to come out with the first hybrid model just to be first. We want to make sure that it is a perfect system. And it really is a very nice system. And just driving it, you can just feel it just switches automatically and effortlessly. There's no kind of delay in the automatic hybrid versus the automatic gas mode. So nice feature there.
This car weighs 5,240 pounds, so it is quite agile and nimble considering the size and weight of the vehicle.
As far as cornering goes, it corners nice. It has nice little bolstering on the seat. It could use just a tad bit more, but you know, certainly, you know, it's a comfort vehicle. It's not designed for, you know, doing corners at 85, 90 miles an hour. The acceleration in this car is instant, and it has your heads-up display right in front of you. Very nice. So driving the car, there's no wandering in it at all. The steering is extremely tight. We could throw the car into sport mode, and you'll get a little bit more sporty feel in the steering wheel, and it's a nice confidence-inducing drive. You don't feel like the car is going to get away from you, even though it's as big as it is. It doesn't drive big. It drives small, but you know it's a bigger car. I really do love this mirror thing over here where you can see right out the back on the camera in case there's, you know, kids in the back, or you've loaded the car up to the gills because you're going on a hiking trip. Kind of nice. And let's do a little bit of a pull here. Very, very, very nice. Oh my goodness. That is great. You know, there's no wandering in this truck at all. It just goes super, super nice. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't. It feels smooth and supple. It's definitely peppy. And the regenerative braking, I haven't even touched the brakes yet, and it's already knocked me down 10 miles an hour. So the regenerative braking really works superbly on this. Like that a lot. That's a great feature. And it's super safe. That's something that I'm noticing as well. It feels safe. I really feel confident in this truck. I feel that it is, you know, big enough to get noticed, but small enough that you could turn into a corner like this and not feel like the truck is rolling out from you. It has virtually no understeer, which surprises me. You know, it has a little bit of body roll, but no understeer. So that's a really good thing. Let's go into this corner. We'll go a little bit quicker and see what happens. Now, if I take my foot off the brake right here, the car is going to automatically slow down for me and do some regenerative braking. Nice feature. Coming around the corner. Very nice. Yeah, it feels very confidence inspiring. And I can definitely see, you know, dropping the kids off in this, taking a really long trip with this. This thing also can tow. I'll put down below how much weight this truck can tow. It's really nice. Super, super easy. Okay, so comfort. Gonna have to say, I give this thing a solid 9. It's really comfortable. Spaciousness, I give it a 10. The performance, I give it a 7. I think that, you know, you're not, it's not going to be a world beater by any stretch of imagination, and it's not, you know, not meant to do 0 to 60s, but it gets up and it goes. It feels rugged. Like, you know, you could go off-roading in this thing and not think twice about it. And those long campers that you want to tow, going up to camping country, you're not going to have a problem getting there. Not in this. Coming up into my favorite corner here, this is going to give you a demonstration of the brakes and the acceleration. And I do love the fact that it's instant acceleration, because that hybrid just kicks right in and it tells you, all right, let's get going. And it gets out of its own way really quickly. You know, that used to be the knock on trucks. They never got out of their own way. This thing gets out of its way very nicely. Soft, easy going brakes, nice, really confident. Again, confidence inspiring. That's what you're looking for in these. You're looking for something that is confidence inspiring. All hybrid here for a second. Wow. Nice pulling. Definitely moves. Gets right up to highway speed. I would feel safe letting anybody drive this car. I think it's fantastic. It's high up enough that you're not, you know, being looked down on. You can look down at other cars, which is a nice feeling. You could always lower it as you're driving. It does it automatically based on your driving habits. So let's say you're on a highway on a long trip, it's going to get lowered to the lowest possible setting so that you can, you know, save gas, be a little bit more economical. In addition to that, the hybrid braking system, or the regenerative braking system, is phenomenal. It slows the car down nicely. It doesn't do all the work for you. You still have to slow it down, but it's nice. It's got a nice solid feel to it. So I'd like to thank the people over at Herb Chambers Dodge Chrysler, Jeep, Fiat, Ram here in Danvers on Route 114. Excellent vehicle. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. And if you like this type of content, please make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. And remember, it's about the drive.
So the scores for the 2024 Grand Cherokee Overland 4xE. Exterior design is a 7. The interior design is an 8. The performance is a 7. The safety is an 8. The fuel efficiency is a 7. The tech and infotainment was a 9. The cargo space and practicality is a 10. Reliability is an 8. The value is a 7. And the drive experience is an 8. For a grand total of 79 points.